Hi, 8th grade. Today we're going to be reviewing how to find the y-intercept from a graph. In your notes, write down the general equation for a line, which is y equals mx plus b. What is our y-intercept in this equation? Our y-intercept is our b. This is the same as our initial value. Let's write down y-intercept. It's also the point where your x-coordinate equals 0. And it is the point where our line hits our y-axis, which is going to be one of the most important descriptions when we're looking at a graph. The y-axis. We're going to do a few examples. When we're looking for the y-intercept, we're looking for the point where the y-axis and the line meet. On this graph, where does the line hit the y-axis? The line hits the y-axis at 0, so the y-intercept is 0. How do you know this? You can write down, I know this because our line hits our y-axis at this point, which is 0, 0. And then your y-intercept is the y value, so it's that second 0 that's telling you your y-intercept. Looking at the second example, again we're trying to find the point where our line hits our y-axis. And it seems like they meet right there. What's the y value at that point? The y value at that point is -3, so the y-intercept is -3. How do we know this? I know this because our line hits the y-axis at this point, which is 0, -3. What does x always equal at our y-intercept? X always equals 0. Our x-coordinate will always be 0 because it's on our y-axis. Looking at number 3, again we're just trying to find the point where the line in green hits the axis. What is that point? Yeah, our point is still going to be negative. So the y-intercept is -3, and how do we know this? We know this because it hits the y-axis at this point, 0, -3. Our x value at the y-intercept is always going to be 0. Do a few more practice problems. Again, where does our line and the y-axis meet? In this case, it meets at -2. And you know this because the line hits the y-axis at what point? Yeah, at 0. So you know it because the line hits the y-axis at the point 0, -2. Your review problems for today are problems on finding slope. When we're trying to find slope, the first thing we need is our 2 points, which are given to us in these problems. And we're going to go from one point to the other. So I'm going to start at A, and I'm going to find my rise over my run. How far do I need to rise to get to point B? I need to rise 4, and then how far do I need to run? I need to run 3. Why is my 4 positive? Because I went up. And why is my 3 positive? Because I went to the right. Try number 2. Starting at point A, what is your rise? Moving up and down, so you need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down. Is our 6 going to be positive or negative? We're going down, so it's going to be -6. And then I have a run of 1, 2, 3. I'm going to look at these numbers. Can I simplify or divide these numbers? Yeah, I can divide -6 by 3, which will give me -2. Last one. Starting at point A, what's our rise? It's 3. It's going to be negative because we're going down, and then my run will be 5. You can also write this as 3 over -5. Go ahead and finish up the rest of the worksheet independently, then go on STMath.